The COMAH regulations are hugely important. They are in place to protect people and the environment, and they've really worked.
The consequences of major accidents, the threat to people's lives, the potential impact to really sensitive environmental habitats can't be underestimated.
COMAH is really important because we're stopping those really big incidents from happening.
I really enjoy working in COMAH because it's a high-risk industries that we regulate, and we need to get it right in order to protect the environment and the people that live nearby.
We all saw what happened at Buncefield 21 years ago now. A lot of what COMAH is about is to make sure that never happens again.
The great thing about this role is that I get to work with all sorts of different people from all sorts of different organisations such as HSE and Fire and Rescue and many more. And I also get to work with all the great people at the Environment Agency too.
COMAH, the Control of Major Accident Hazards Regulations. The COMAH service at the Environment Agency protects communities, businesses and the environment from some of the most dangerous threats to our way of living.
COMAH office going out to site, working with industry, regulating with COMAH regulations, working with the Health and Safety Executive. It really influences industry to invest in the right places, to put in those layers of protection.
COMAH regulation is incredibly important. It's probably the most high-risk bit of regulatory work the Environment Agency does. In particular, in our area on Teesside, we have quite a lot of high-hazard COMAH sites and designated habitats nearby, sites of special scientific interest and special protection areas, but also the volume of housing, schools, hospitals and other business and industry nearby. And the work our officers do ensures that the COMAH sites can exist safely around all that other infrastructure.
Controlling major accident hazards couldn't be more important. Buncefield, back in 2005, when that exploded, it was the loudest explosion in the UK since World War II and was heard as far afield as the Netherlands. At the time, I lived only a couple of miles away from the fuel terminal itself, so I was actually feeding my daughter, who was about 2 months old at the time. When the explosion happened, I was the first person from the Environment Agency to attend the incident, which in the end involved many people of the Environment Agency and emergency services. It was a miracle that no one was killed, but the consequences to the environment are still being felt today in terms of the impact to groundwater. So it was significant, and we work really hard to try and make sure that those major accidents don't happen again.
We've got people at the moment doing a fantastic job delivering COMAH regulation with industry. We need to have a step change to increase that number of people to make sure that we deliver COMAH effectively for the future.
The Environment Agency COMAH service is undergoing an exciting new expansion, creating 5 new specialist high-hazard teams focused solely on COMAH regulation. With the addition of the new teams, we will become an even more effective COMAH regulator, increasing coverage of sites by over a third. There will be 28 new full-time equivalent roles, from junior roles developing on the job, some of which will attract market forces in addition to their basic salary, and all the way through to more senior and managerial roles. All of these roles will focus solely on COMAH delivery.
By focusing solely on COMAH, you'll develop the specialist knowledge that will mean you'll excel in this field. Working in these new COMAH teams, you'll be working with like-minded, dedicated officers that want to make a real difference.